Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Condrat, and I want to thank you for attending the April coaching call. The purpose of these coaching calls is to educate you on some of the latest alternative treatments that can benefit not only your health, but also your vision. And as always, I am interested in hearing from you. If you have a particular topic that you'd like me to speak about, email me and I'll put something together. Today, we're going to be talking about detox, getting the lead out. And I think this is one of the most important aspects that you should seriously consider in improving your health and vision. I have found that many patients are having marginal or poor response to alternative treatments because of elevated heavy metals. The treatment of heavy metals has become an important therapy in all patients who are under my care. So if you are receiving microcurrent and you're not getting a good response, um, a, a good reason could be because you have elevated metals. Something else is interesting that many of you have low zinc. And I've recently discovered that it may be very difficult to increase the zinc levels to a good functional level as long as you have heavy metals. So as you remove the heavy metals, the zinc levels will improve. There are some alternative doctors, microcurrent therapists, that feel that microcurrent will not work effectively if your zinc levels are low. So that's one of the reasons why we routinely check zinc levels. So the first step is to evaluate what heavy metals are elevated. And the best way to do this is with the urine challenge test. And it's interesting with the urine challenge test, many doctors, traditional Western doctors, will simply obtain a blood specimen or a urine catch without doing a challenge, and it's normal. Well, you could be dying of lead or mercury poisoning and your urine will be normal because the lead and mercury, that just doesn't stick around in the urine or blood. It goes into the bone, the fat tissues, neurological tissue, and the eye. So you need to take a chelating agent. This binds to the heavy metal that are locked in your bone, fat, brain, and eye, and makes them more soluble to be excreted in the urine. And this chelating agent is usually based on your weight, and typically it's DMSA, which is a chelating agent that binds to lead and mercury and makes it more soluble. Now, in addition to the 6-hour urine challenge test, I've been using something called the Zyto, ZYTO electrodermal testing. My wife and I recently attended a meeting in Orlando, Florida, when many doctors who are somewhat authorities on heavy metal testing and electrodermal screening gave a lecture. I was always skeptical on electrodermal screening, but I do feel that it has a merit. I don't think that the Zyto electrodermal screening is going to replace the 6-hour urine, but it can be a good ancillary test to confirm the heavy metals. So this is the urine specimen that you send in. This is the workhorse of heavy metal analysis. And this is an example of a test that came back. And you can see most commonly lead is the culprit. So the urine test is a great way that we can document your baseline levels and at the same time monitor therapies that you may undergo. There are many, many treatments, and I'll be talking about those a little bit later in the webinar. Many, many different treatments to remove heavy metals. And my approach has always been decide one um, that you feel is best for you, stick with it for a couple of months, and we'll repeat the 6-hour urine to see if you're making progress. And this is the Zyto test for a toxic evaluation, and it uses your hand. Each finger is a biomeridian. And what this does is using electrodermal testing, It challenges different meridians in your body to this toxic agent, and it gets a feedback. In addition, the Zyto does test for pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, mycotoxins, and industrial pollutants. So it is a very comprehensive test that not only looks at heavy metals, but looks at other elements that may be causing a problem with your body. Allergies and food environments are also measured. Hormonal and emotional imbalances, immune function, and pathogens. So all these things can be helpful in terms of a screening. So let's look now at the methods of detox. I'm a firm believer, and you probably have heard this over and over again from me, that good nutrition is essential to good health. Also, proper hydration. Water is the best way that we can detoxify our body. Infrared sauna is another method, and also microcurrent and homeopathy and chelation therapy. So all of these are methods that we can use to detoxify. One of my favorite herbal products at detoxifying is cilantro. Let me go back, and this is a beautiful cilantro plant. And I would encourage all of you to grow your own cilantro, put some on the windowsill of your home, and cilantro grows like a weed. And Dr. David Williams and other alternative doctors feel that this is one of the most powerful plants for detoxifying the body. The cilantro does cross the blood-brain barrier. What that means that mercury and toxins in your brain, it can chelate them and help remove them. So grow some cilantro on your windowsill. Take a little sprig, put it in soup, put it in your salad. You can make a cilantro pesto, but make cilantro a daily part of your nutrition. Here's a picture of an infrared sauna. We have one at the Wellness Center, and this is an excellent way to help detoxify the body. A lot of times heavy metals and pollutants are stored in fat, and one of the best ways to remove that is through the infrared heat. The infrared heat penetrates the body and it goes a little bit deeper, so it helps detoxify the body. The infrared sauna is a great way of detoxifying. And here's another good way of detoxifying the body is water. Dr. Batman Geldy, who wrote the book Your Body's Many Cries for Water, felt that water is not only essential to maintain your good health by helping to regulate many metabolic activities, that water is probably one of the best things to do to remove toxins from your body. So those of you that are doing microcurrent, or if you do get involved with a program of detoxification, make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. And the rule is 1/2 of body weight in ounces of water. Now, believe it or not, homeopathy can be very helpful. I just returned from our national meeting in Chicago, the American Institute of Homeopathy, and there was a lot of discussion on using low dosages, a 6C dilution of homeopathic products to remove heavy metals. And it was interesting. They presented some studies to show that these low concentrations of heavy metals will help eliminate lead and mercury from the body. So this is a really excellent way, a simple way, but I don't have any real practical experience with this, but I am looking at it in terms of using this to help detoxify the body. Microcurrent. All of you that are doing the microcurrent programs, the therapies have a detox program, and now we're putting specific frequencies in these programs to help you detox. And of course, these frequencies are based on the result of your 6-hour urine test. Chelation therapy using EDTA is the workhorse of chelation. And of course, we have intravenous, rectal, topical, and oral. The most powerful way of removing heavy metals is intravenous. And those of you that have a serious eye problem, and if your lead or mercury is extremely high, then I would recommend that you do the intravenous chelation. The rectal is another option uh, that is not as effective as the intravenous, but it can be very helpful. We also have topical chelation treatments, but the topical one that I'm familiar with is mainly for the use of mercury toxicity. And of course, we have oral. Um, I advise all of you that if you're really serious about chelating and you're interested in IV, that you find yourself a good alternative doctor for chelation. And one of the best locations for this is the ACAM website, acam.org. And if you click on the website, put in your zip code, you'll find chelation doctors near you. And I would be happy to talk to any of the doctors that you consult with to let them know what our therapeutic goals are in terms of improving your health and vision. So over the past years, I've been working on formulating an oral product that is designed to help remove heavy metals and also benefit the health of your eye. And more, because of difficulty that patients have in finding a good doctor for IV chelation or the discomfort or problems with some of the other methods, I think oral can be an effective way of removing heavy metals. And what we're recommending now as part of our program, if you're not able to find an alternative doctor to do IV, is Detoximin. Detoximin is a rectal suppository, and you'll do the rectal suppository every other day, uh, and um, and use the ocular detox formula every day. So the suppository is every other day, and the ocular detox is every day. And this is some of the ingredients in the ocular detox formula. We have EDTA, which is the workhorse of removing heavy metals. It's a very large molecule that binds lead and mercury and other heavy metals to remove them. It also has coenzyme Q10. It's a fat-soluble compound, and it's good for mitochondrial activity and ATP synthesis. It's really good for cellular activity. Alpha lipoic acid is there, and alpha lipoic acid is another chelating agent that crosses the blood-brain barrier. We also have taurine. It's an important antioxidant in the body, and it's believed to enhance rod and cone function. So it's a really good product for the eye. And these are some of the other ingredients, some of which may be strange to you, but bromelain reduces inflammation and it also aids digestion. Choline bitartrate is essential for good neurological function. Ginkgo biloba improves blood flow to the brain and eye. Garlic is an amazing herbal product, cleanses the body, purifies the body. It's a natural detox. And butcher's broom. Butcher's broom is an herbal product that tightens the blood vessels and capillaries. It's used to treat varicose veins, but it can be helpful for the eye. So this has a lot of exciting ingredients for your eye health. Now, so I'm telling all of you, this is my prescription. If you're not, first of all, if you haven't had your 6-hour urine test, definitely get the 6-hour urine test done. This is the first step and probably the most essential step. Find out a baseline, find out where you are. Then begin some type of chelation program. And we have a special. It's titled Don't Be Screwed with Heavy Metals. So the best value, you'll get the 6-hour urine test with three months supply of the ocular detox. And that's a $272 value, and you save $68. Second, if you're not really interested in the urine analysis, you can just get 3 months of the ocular detox for 20% savings. And last is if you just want a month's supply of the ocular detox, that's $59.95. So I really want to encourage you to get started on doing some type of detox. So that is all the slides I have for you. I feel this is a really important issue. And if any of you have any questions related to detox or any other problem or issue, you can, there's two ways of that we can communicate. One is you can raise your hand, kind of like when you're in a classroom on your control panel. The second way is to actually type in a question. So if you do have any questions, raise your hand right now or type in the question, and I'd be happy to answer them. And just to let all of you know that I really enjoyed sharing this information with you. Detox is really a critical issue that all of you should be looking at seriously. And I think that it is an important step to take in order to really help regain your health and your vision. So, any questions? And this is also being recorded. So, if you'd like to review it, and I'll also be sending you a copy of all the slides. So it looks like there's no questions. Okay, well, if there's no questions, I want to thank you. The next webinar will be the first Monday in May, and I'm always looking for topics that you're interested in. So if you are interested in a topic, please email me and I'll put together a presentation. So I want to thank you for your attention, and I hope all of you have a wonderful week. Thank you.